Hello creative friends, this is Jean from Inky Owl Studio. I so appreciate you stopping by. I am working on that all envelope little journal, and I think in the last video I did show you the envelopes put together. I really like how the mulberry paper with the distress medium really got nice and hard, so there will not be any problem with turning these pages and wear and tear. It'll hold up very nicely. And I've done a few, decorated a few pages here. So today we are going to continue with working in here, and I'm going to be decorating and collaging some of these pages today. I am going to start something different. I've not done this before, and so, you know, new things are always a little nerve-wracking because you just never know. You never know how it's going to turn out. So I'm just going to use some gesso, just inexpensive gesso, nothing, didn't pay a lot for it. And what I want to do is, because this envelope is quite busy, and the idea in this envelope journal is to have a place to write on the front of the envelope, on most envelopes anyways, and a place to store ephemera and whatever you want to store in there. So that's kind of the idea behind it. And this is a little bit too much to be able to write on, I think. So I'm going to tone down the script on here, although I don't want to totally cover it up. Now this would have been a better idea before I folded and made the envelope, because it's a digital envelope. But I just need to find, you just need to find something that is semi-waterproof anyways, to put in between the front and back of the envelope so that you won't leak into the other side. And so that's what I've done here. Take my gesso. I'm going to open it up here. Probably is not so great to dip out of the jar, and probably should be pouring it into a container to do this, but anywho's. So I'm going to lightly put on some gesso and just try to make it a thin layer that I don't want to be too thick. Now the envelope is going to bubble up a little bit, as it usually does for you know, any kind of what medium you might put on it. It will bubble up a little bit, but they will relax in time. I think I'm going to stroke in one direction. I think that might be the best way of doing it, and just kind of get that a little writing area going. So I like this. I think this is good. I think you still see the script and everything. Of course, this has to dry, so we'll set it aside, and I'll put my brush in water, and we will just come back to that. So while that is drying, so I have two signatures. This is one signature, and a second signature is this one here. And I haven't done too much decoration in this one. I did a little bit there, and a little bit there maybe. But what I would like to do today is I want to work on this page here, and I want to actually make this a monotone, monochromatic collage piece, and using creams and whites, just kind of make it a, and I've held these together with clips because they all, you know, are individual. So I'm holding them together with clips so that I can kind of get a sense of how I want the pages to flip and what I want to see. So let's work on it. And I want to make this photo here is going to be the star of the collage. I printed these photos, and I got these from Graphics Fairy Premium site, but I think a lot of places sell a lot of places on Etsy sell digitals of old photos. I printed it on photo paper. Now the only photo paper I had was the glossy, and I like it and I don't like it. Now I like it that the photo paper does seem to pick up a little bit more detail than just on your regular paper. But yeah, I wish I had the matte, but I don't. So that's what I've done with these. And I want to put in some strips here on the side. So I have pulled out from my stash some monochromatic strips to see which one I'm going to use. Now I really do want to use this one because it looks like lace, but it's really a digital print, and it was part of a scrapbook page. So it initially looked like this, where you just cut a strip through, but I really felt that to give it kind of that a rough edged kind of a 3D look, I went ahead and I cut the bottom with my decorative scissors, you know, all the way through, and then distressed it, and it just gives it a little bit extra look, like maybe it is real lace, maybe it's not. So I did that. Might be a trick you can try, and you could probably have the same thing if you tore it, but I kind of like the edge of those scissors. So I want to use this one. I really felt that would go nice with the lady. And so a backing paper, like another extra layer on the back here. I could use this one because it kind of picks up on this envelope over there, kind of like that. And then there was this one here with the script on it. And that is probably more keeping with the monochromatic theme of it. And then there was some even more scrapbook paper that had this laciness on it with a little bit of cream, which is interesting as well. So that could be part of it. So I'm liking all of these pretty well. And then for another element inside here, well, there was this one too. There's this one too. So yeah, that's a little different there. That might be picking up on some of this color in the photograph there as well. Boy, I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta make a decision, right? Kind of like all of them. I think what I might do is I might end up going with this one here. And then I want to put in another little piece kind of behind her. And let's see what I have here. This is good work, even though it's a little darker, but you know, it really could work. Good work. Let's see what else I got here. Oh, I've got seashells, but I think that's too much color. Here is a ticket. Oh, that could work too. Although we're getting kind of dark on that one, I think. Here is a garden path maze diagram. And that might be too much competition for the photograph. And here is the butterflies. Ooh. I'm kind of liking that one too. Okay. I think it's between these two here. Okay. I think it's between those two. So I am going to go ahead and glue this all on here. Now the rose on her blouse, or whatever this is down here, does not show. I think it is a big shabby rose. It doesn't show up very well in the photograph. It's a little faded in there. So I'm going to add a rose. Yes, I'm going to add a rose because I've got all these white monochromatic fussy cut roses that I have printed out. Maybe these are about right. Yeah, I think that is about right, to tell you the truth. I think I'm going to go with that. Let me just quickly get the edges just a tiny bit. So let's get these glued down a little bit. So what I'm going to do first is glue the photo onto the butterflies. Like that. And then I have those together. And then I'll just go ahead and glue these down all together at the same time. Okay, there we are. Very nice. And now we're going to put the roses down there. And we have something that is monochromatic, like this idea. All right, so that one is finished. There's a little space for writing down there, and then of course we'll be able to get into that envelope later on. And so this is another idea that I thought about too late. That is to really print something kind of fun on the inside rather than just put in, you know, I had been just printing out a tea stain digital to put in here, but oh, have I been off camera? I'm so sorry. Okay, let me just hold this up a little closer. Oh dear. Now, before I finish up with the gesso envelope that we did, I'm going to do a mini unboxing. And I put down a link down below where I got these lovely, lovely pressed dried flowers and leaves. Very reasonable price. You get, you know, they come in the box, first of all, so they're nicely protected. And then they come in this bag. And then each one comes in its own bag. And you also get a little tweezer, which is going to be really cool to use even for other crafting projects. But you get this little tweezer so that you can pick them up and put them if you're doing really fussy work. And in this particular, it's called pink and white flowers, I believe. And so you've got a section of leaves, and even though these aren't pink, they're pretty. They're nice fall colors. And you get some white flowers and leaves and some pink flowers and leaves in here. A lot, and I really like the way they came. So I'm excited about using this, and I'm going to be using them in the journal. And I got the idea, it was not my idea, I got it from Chipp in her inspiration video. And I thought, oh, I'm going to get these and do them in mine. There we go. So here they are on the little card. Ooh, look at that. Okay, let me just get rid of this. So I'm going to open up this here. I didn't think I would be using it, to tell you the truth. But I can see where this is very handy. Very handy. And I got these quickly. I got these like the next day. Or a day or two. So there you are. Aren't these cute? Okay, a little lighter, a little darker, whichever side you want. So the gesso page is not fully dried, but it's dried to the touch. So it is a little humpy bumpy, but when you put this on something, put something heavy over it and let it dry that way, it'll flatten out and relax a little bit. But I do want to put some of these flowers in here. And come to think of it, no, all right. So I'm using this, and I'm also also, where's my, here we go. I also wanted to use these stamps, and these are from the Graphics Fairy Premium site too. These are Catherine, and I forgot the last name, but they're drawings by an artist, and they're so sweet. And I have to say, Jane Chipp used these in her journal as well, but they're just so cute. And I've had my eye on them for so long, and just trying to think, you know, how am I going to use them? But I do want to use them in here. And then I really felt that a piece of greenery could look very nice in here. And you do have to be pretty careful. But I thought I would start sprinkling these little pressed flowers and leaves throughout the journal. I thought that would be a really nice idea. So before I glue that down, I am going to go ahead and glue this. Thought too, the pink here, these pink flowers kind of picked up on the pink that's inside this glassine bag. So I kind of try to think, when I think about the collages, I try to think about it, the two envelopes together. Maybe not every time, but I try to think about that. So we'll just put this down here. And so, you know, you can write across that. That would show up just fine. And then I'm going to glue in this little guy here. So I'm trying, just going to put little dots of glue on these, each little leaf, just like that. Okay, so this one little leaf came out, but that's okay because he's got glue on him. And we'll just glue him right down there like that. All right, and then there's a little leaf here that seemed to have fallen off as well. And I'm just going to go ahead and put him right down like that. Okay. All right, so I think too, you'll want to use a glue that dries clear for sure. Yeah, don't think the hot gun's gonna work for this one. Ooh, I don't. And we'll just get down in here a little bit. Yeah, this one would have been a lot better had I not pressed down with a sticky finger. That wasn't the best idea. Okay, so that will dry. Yeah. You know, living in Florida, it's just very limited to what I can press. Yeah, very limited. Not like it was in my garden up in Michigan. I could definitely do a lot of pressed flowers up there. All right. So I'm liking it. I think this is very cute. So yeah, I'm going to go through and add these little botanicals to different pages throughout here. And yeah, this is really looking like a lot of fun. So the next time we get together, I'm going to be working on the cover and sewing the signatures in. So we'll see you next time. Please subscribe so you can see how this goes along. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.